Okay, so this is interesting. I know we've been talking about AI in the music industry. I just dropped a video talking about that. Check it out. But yeah, top music attorney. This is a huge shift in the music industry. Let's see what she has to say about this.
Something is happening in the music industry that every artist needs to understand. Your music is getting more valuable every year, but something's been lurking in the shadows. What could it be? I'll give you a hint. It starts with an A and ends with an I. That's right. After decades of creating your music catalog, designing your cover art, doing your music videos, and then you accidentally destroy everything because you used AI in your creative process. So let me explain how this works, right? So
that's why I'm like very, very skeptical about a lot of AI tools, especially if you guys use like, what is it called? Like Splice, where you can get like these samples from this database. Look, I would be very skeptical using AI with your music production and really just like stamping your name behind that, because like she said, it could ruin your brand. It's not you.
If you wanted to know how much your music catalog is worth, right? If we go and we take you to market and we're going to sell your music, which is a very popular thing to do, by the way, usually for legacy acts, right? But whenever you want to do this, we're going to go get you an agent. We want to make sure you have a lawyer, and we're going to get you an accountant. Well, there's now this new company that's called Value Punks, and they just launched this allegedly free music catalog valuation platform. And, they're saying that artists and independent labels can go there to get this valuation. And by comparison, when we actually do this through my law office, we have to build a whole team. It's very expensive. And then we're going to different buyers. It's a whole process. So with this platform saying, well, it's free, it seems like this company is trying to simplify the process. And so we'll have things like a song-by-song analysis of the streams, comparing to other artists, which is, again, what we do normally. We look at how long have the songs been out, and this thing called atrophy. How long have the songs been popular? We talk about these huge catalog sales. It's because we have done these valuations. Now, how does AI play into this? This is the biggest piece, because there's a lot of people
gets all the data from the popular songs and stuff. Yeah, I see where you're going with this
creation process. And what I don't want to have happen is that you come to me and we're ready to do this big sale, and then this little bad fact about the AI usage comes out. This is the part I don't think artists are thinking about.
My pocket's getting bigger, something thicker, but I can't sleep through the night. Yeah, that song for sure.
Enough. If you use AI in your creation process, it may impact the value of your music in the eyes of the buyer. If music catalogs are becoming sophisticated...
Hold on. In the eyes of the buyer. So are we talking about selling your music to somebody that wants to buy your catalog, or the regular consumer? Because the average consumer will eat that shit up because they don't understand music and stuff like that. They're just people that buy music.
Financial assets, which they are, then buyers will become more savvy in deciding which catalogs they actually want to buy. Literally, when my clients who do this for a living, they buy music catalogs.
Okay, I know people that buy catalogs.
I know what they're looking at. A big thing is, well, what do you have your contracts? Have you gotten your copyright registrations? These are normal questions that come up. They want to know if there's any disputes that you have with creative partners, right? But the new question that already exists is AI. How much AI did you use? And that question alone could potentially cost you tens of thousands of dollars, or for some of our clients, millions of dollars. I mean, we've sold $25 million to date, the majority of which was for independent artists. So let's imagine we're going to be selling your music catalog, let's say in 2032. And a buyer asks whether you wrote your lyrics. Did you compose your melodies? Did you create the instrumental? Did you perform your vocals? And then they ask if AI was used at any part of that process, and they tell you to prove it. Whatever you say. And your answer might be something like, well, I worked with a bunch of people. I worked with collaborators. I don't know what they did. And I promise this came up even with someone that I was speaking with on potentially doing a collaboration with. Very freely being like, oh, here's a song that I, created using Suno. What do you think? Let's redo it. And so for me, now there's doubt in the back of my mind on working with this particular creator. So I'm not just talking about the buyers. I'm now talking about the impact on your brand entirely of the people.
I think it should be self-explanatory that using AI could ruin your brand. It's not good for you as a musician at all. I know we like to use all these tools as crutches and stuff like that, but you got to be very careful with these AI tools. And when I mean AI tools, I'm not talking about just what do they have? Like the Juno. That's an obvious one. Like that Rubber song has Juno written all over it. But using tools like Juno, using tools like even some of these plugins may have AI components on them. You know what I mean? Now, I know when you use Splice, from what I know, when you use like Splice samples, whenever you export your file, like it could tell like, oh, this song had Splice in it. So I'm pretty sure they could do the same thing with like a lot of these plugins and software tools they use. So yeah, they'll know if you have AI in your music. Look, do what you want to do, but the lady is saying that it could put your music career in jeopardy. I recommend, man, just don't use AI. You don't have to use it. If you have to use AI, here's my thing on it. Use AI as like a draft tool to just practice, get an idea of like what you want the sound to be like, and then just remake it off of that idea that was used with AI. Don't just make the AI song and then export it and just sell it like that. I mean, that's stupid. And I go back to that Rubber song, bro. Hella catchy song for people that aren't used to Phoenix flexing. Are like, man, that song is so dope, man. Are you like a new up and coming artist? It's like, I've been in this for years. Yeah, look at his catalog, man. It's nothing like that song. He don't sound nothing like that record. It's pure AI. Everybody's eating it all up. Slop, bro. Don't use the slop, bro. It's not worth it.
With the AI usage in general, something to keep in mind. But, the buyer is considering, let's say, spending $1 million on your music catalog. And they are not going to appreciate the mystery of, well, did she or didn't she use AI?
Yeah, they're not going to like that.
There's nothing that investors hate more than uncertainty. Now, the law surrounding AI-generated music right now, it's developing, okay? We are suing these AI companies, and there is questions about copyright protection and ownership and human authorship. And like I said, the reputation piece plays into this. If a buyer is looking at 2 potential catalogs to purchase, and one of them can very clearly point to a chain of title, they go, no, I don't use AI whatsoever. And
y'all gotta understand, when you really get into the music industry, this stuff is very important. There's a lot of legality things you have to worry about. If I even said that right, legal things. Let me just whatever. But you have to worry about a lot of things when it comes to like your music, your catalog, lyrics, production, split sheets. All that stuff is very important when you get into music production. You have to really worry about having everything, like having all your ducks in a row. Because even if you want to get your song on the radio, I know a lot of people think, oh, let me just send it to a DJ and then they put it on there. No, like if you want to get it on like syndicated radio, like the actual like prime time type shit, usually they're gonna hit up you or your manager, ask for your information. They're gonna ask for ASCAP stuff. They're gonna ask for paperwork, lyrics, all that stuff, clean version, dirty version. You have to have all that organized, man. So yeah, follow this girl's page, Top Music Attorney, man. I think this page could really help a lot of people out who are trying to get into the music industry. It's a very good topic right here.
Music catalog creator says, oh no, yeah, I use, AI sometimes. Again, in the mind of the buyer, which one are they going to potentially feel a little more comfortable investing in? Now, obviously, this isn't because, AI is illegal, but when it comes to AI, the Copyright Office hasn't necessarily been the bastion of certainty. If there's a cloud on the copyright registration because of possible AI usage, that changes the financial calculus around the entire catalog. So if you guys remember, we were talking recently about this idea of labeling AI created stuff, songs, videos, pictures. And so this is being proposed right now in Europe as well as in the United States. And this matters because multiple countries
I'm guilty of this. I mean, I use AI photos all over the podcast. Now, for my music, I would never do that. I'm getting my photo shoots done professionally, like real photo shoots. I mean, shit. I haven't had a photo shoot in a long time. The last photo shoot I had was before all this AI blew up. So, damn, I have to trust my photographer. Shit, is he going to start using AI to tweak my photos, to edit my photos? Damn, I got to check on my photographer.
At ways to disclose and have certainty if something is made with AI. So, if the common person is making, let's say, songs or finishing songs using Suno, your song that otherwise maybe you created 90%, 95%
I hate
of
that
it,
tool.
that song is still going to get fingerprinted
Yeah.
as AI generated. So that's what I'm saying, that you would go all the way through to the end to then have some disclosure through one of these systems, through one of these fingerprinting mechanisms. And so it's going to devalue all of the effort that you just put in to your song. So imagine the due diligence process for selling a music catalog 10 years from now. Questions of, was AI used? Which AI? Was it licensed? Can you prove human authorship? Where are the project files? Did you preserve the stems? This is all the stuff that you have to do. So the future is already here. That means that the paper trail matters.
She's totally right about this.
Might be thinking this right now. I don't care. I'm not going to sell my music catalog, but your music catalog actually could be used for a bunch of other things, right? Our clients will use their music catalogs to get loans, to do an investment partnership, a publishing advance, to do estate planning, like heaven forbid, through divorce proceedings. It might not be an outright sale, but there's other things that come up related.
What she's saying right now about all that, using your music catalog to qualify for loans and stuff like that, that this information is for people who are like legitimately in the business, like people that may even be signed to a record label, independent artists that are making a living off of this shit. If you're just a person that's making a bunch of like mixtapes and rap albums and you just throw it on YouTube, you may do a couple shows. Hell, you may even had a couple shows out of your city. You know, you're making a bunch of songs, you're getting like views on your TikToks from your music, and that's really all you care about. I don't think you would really worry about all the catalog shit, because you're like posting videos just to get attention. She's talking about people that are legitimately in the music business, that, you know, they know about having a catalog, selling the catalog, ASCAP, BMI. She's talking to those folks. Because if you get on Instagram and on TikTok, Suno, Juno, whatever the fuck it is, all those programs are being heavily advertised to everybody. And most people that purchase them are just people that, you know, are curious about music. They want to learn how to sing or whatnot. So they get Suno, they try it out. It sounds good. They make an album. And, you know, you could post this shit on Spotify. You could post this on Amazon Music. You can post the music up there because it's your product. I mean, you've printed it out with AI, but it's your product. You can sell it for however much you want. And then there it is. I mean, I was at a club one time and this lady sent me a whole album, bro. A whole entire album. Had like, 15 tracks on there. Every single song was AI. The cover art was AI. Now, did the songs sound good? I mean, look, it was about 15 songs, and man, about 10 of them sounded kind of decent. Now, you could tell it was kind of robotic. Like, if you have like some sort of like musical knowledge and you understand like music, you've listened to enough songs to kind of tell like, oh, that person's really singing or not. Yeah, it's the whole thing was clearly AI. But to somebody that's just like really aloof to this shit, bro, they don't care. They're like, oh man, sounds cool. The snare drum sounds cool. It's like, you know, all these guitar sounds and shit. Fuck it, I might buy it, or I might use that song on my video. So now you're getting traction off of that. So yeah, she was getting views. She was getting like 13,000 monthly listeners and stuff like that. I'm not gonna shout her out because I actually had our encounter ended on bad terms because I called it out. I called out her whole album being AI, and she got really mad about that. So yeah, if you are gonna use this stuff, don't deny it, because like she said, people have ways to fingerprint it to find out if it's truly AI or not. Just don't lie about it. Just say that you used AI and just call it a day, bro. Or just don't use AI at all. If you really want to be serious about music, just don't fucking use the shit.
Music. And so obviously the more certainty that you have with your music catalog, the more options that you have. So I guess what I'm saying is that will buyers eventually, if not already right now, pay less if you admit and you share, and not even admit, because they will just know, because there are ways to do that your music was created with AI assistance. Is that going to impact? Well, I'm telling you right now, it is. It already is.
Duh.
So, you know, a good housekeeping rule: don't use AI in your creation process. And we even just saw Tidal, right, the streaming platform, come and take a super hard stance. AI music, it gets tagged. No royalties will be paid out in this.
Okay, look, this is interesting. So they're blocking AI songs from generating royalties. Ooh. I wonder if Spotify is doing the same thing. She might talk about that later, but Tidal's blocking that. So let me just tell you this. Again, going back to the just regular schmegular person that just wants to make songs, right? Yes, some of y'all may want to get royalties from your shit, but look, there are a large group of people that just want to put music out just for the fuck of it. Do you think they really care about getting royalties? I mean, think about it like this. The royalties you get from Spotify and Tidal, is it really worth it anyway? I mean, does Tidal really pay like that? Because I know Spotify don't pay shit. So again, if you are not one of these top tier artists, like some of the artists in this thumbnail, what are they? They're probably like famous artists, multi-million-dollar label people. If you're just a regular dude who probably gets at most 10,000 views a song, maybe you got 100,000 views for a song, you don't care about this shit because you know you're not really getting a lot of royalties anyway. Like, what do you get, like $300 a year off your royalty check or some bullshit? That's nothing. You can probably make 20 times more from a gig from getting the exposure from that song you uploaded. So this ain't gonna stop shit. Because, like, I could get 0 royalties, but as long as my song that's covered in AI is catchy and gets a lot of traction and a lot of views, people will book me for other things outside of that. So essentially, your AI song could be a marketing tool for you to get paid shows, because people will pay to see a performance. Fuck if it's AI or not. They're paying for that Rubbers dude, Phoenix Flexing. You think he's doing those shows for free? Radio appearances, interviews, it could snowball into other shit. So again, I would recommend not using AI, but just know that if you do use it, you run into stuff like this, okay? Because maybe you might end up blowing up. You might really want to take music seriously, and you might end up being considered for a record label or getting your catalog bought out. This can ruin you. This can stamp you. It's like having a record on your name, bro. So I would recommend this, man. Don't use AI. That's my recommendation. Just don't use it. Just don't use it. And if you are going to use it, don't use the AI exported file. Just rewrite off of that file. Like if the AI song you exported from your Juno, Suno, whatever it is, if it sounded dope, redo that with live instrumentation, with a live voice. Try to redo that shit. Have that AI file be like an idea for what you could do. Don't just upload that file itself. You know what I mean? Don't use those elements in your song. Try to emulate those elements using other instruments. You see what I'm saying? I think y'all should try doing that. Don't use it as a... Just use it as a tool, but don't actually upload the files that you get from the AI software, man. Come on, y'all. You're ruining your brand, y'all.
The idea of human-made music being treated as a premium product. And I speculate that that will be the case with catalog sales, even more so as time goes along, because using these AI platforms has become so normalized. So this idea of, well, conversely, we have 100%...
I mean, normalized for people that aren't just really serious about it. Not yet, at least. Look, again, like I said earlier, people that are just playing around, that just want to have fun with this shit, yeah, that's normalized. But folks like me that are really in the studio, that are really about this shit, this is not normal to us. This is actually it's actually hindering us a little bit, you know? So
free range musicians, no artificial intelligence added. Your music is not just something you release today, it's an asset that you may spend your entire life building, because the music that you are making today could be worth millions someday. And I believe that could be the case for you. Let me know what you think.
Yeah, you could be making millions off your music, but then again, look, you could be just making millions off of the touring, off of the shows. So you kind of have to weigh it, bro. I mean, do you want to just ruin your catalog? Or, I mean, shit, if the song blows up, you still get the traction, you still get the views. See what I'm saying? And going back to the point about Tidal, taking off royalties. Again, do they even really pay shit? I mean, I think I read an article a few years ago. Spotify paid an artist that had like 20 million views for the year, and they got like $1,000. It's like, bro, you can make $1,000 an hour from like a fucking show, just getting booked off of a major show. It's crazy. Anyway, like and subscribe to this channel and also to the Top Music Attorney. I'm gonna put the link to this video in the description. Make sure to like and subscribe. Y'all have a blessed day.